Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm going to rant about this. From the Daily Wire. Six arrested for protesting in Chicago mayor's neighborhood. Yes, remember in another news in which I read that Mayor Lori Lightfoot decided to ban protests around her neighborhood. And she set up police barriers and other things so people won't protest on her neighborhood because she demands and thinks that she's special, that she's better than everybody, that she's aristocracy, and that plebeians and plebs and simpletons and people, normal, common, average Joe and Jane should not protest on her neighborhood because she feels unsafe, unlike anybody else living in Chicago. Because of that. Thousands of people have been arrested for allegedly peaceful protests in Chicago. Last week, Mayor Lori Lightfoot banned these alleged peaceful rioters from coming into her neighborhood, claiming she has received threats, and that she had a right to make sure that my home is secure. Unlike any other resident in Chicago. Other Chicago residents don't seem to have that right, however. You're absolutely right, they don't have that right. Only she has it. I mean, looking at her picture, you can actually think it's Goblina or something like that. Or maybe she started her mitosis, that she was going to start dividing between herself and form two exact copies, but around 30% of the mitosis division, she said, no, maybe not. I'm gonna keep my copy for myself. 6 people were arrested in Lightfoot's Logan Square block for failing to disperse after police asked them. The protesters were arrested for misdemeanor residential picketing. And why couldn't you do the same charges for every single rioter in Chicago? Only on her case, she gets this. WGN9 reported none of the 6 arrested were actual Chicago or even Illinois residents. That's actually another common thing in regards to Antifa. They go around Portland, Seattle, Denver, and other cities to protest, but most of them are not actual residents. They bus around people so they can then start protesting and creating riots. 3 were from various cities in New York, 1 was from Pennsylvania, another from Arkansas, and 6 was from Seattle. Now, I guess the demise of Chop or Chaz, if you prefer, kind of made them redundant in Seattle, so they had to actually find other places to spurge out. Police told WGN9 that they had given the protesters a verbal warning that was ignored, leading to their arrests. As the Daily Wire previously reported, the Chicago Police Department banned protests from Logan Square block, where Mayor Lightfoot lives. The directive surfaced in July email from then Shakespeare District Commander Melvin Roman to officers under his command. It did not distinguish between peaceful protesters Lightfoot regularly says she supports and those who might intend to be destructive. Obviously, she's a special. We should be eating cake like she demands us to. I mean, let them eat cake, right? But ordered that after warning is given to demonstrators, it should be locked down, the Chicago Tribune reported. Police told the outlet that that the state law as well as city code prohibit protests in residential areas, which is barely enforced, I think. CPD remains committed to facilitating Fifth Amendment rights while also protecting public safety. CPD continues to enforce state law and city's municipal code regarding public assembly. Police spokeswoman Margaret said in a statement published by the paper, the block is open at this time. Lightfoot later told reporters that her family had received numerous threats, which is why she deserved protection, while residents in other neighborhoods and business owners have had to deal with rioters who actually had people killed, family members killed, business and residential homes and other residents or homes. Jesus Christ, my English is failing. Who had their homes destroyed, their business destroyed. They don't receive the same type of protection, apparently. Good God, why isn't she impeached over this? I do not know. I do not know. I think that residents of this city understand the nature of the threats that we are receiving on a daily basis. Understand I have a right to make sure that my home is secure. Don't you think other people have that same right? Lightfoot said at the time. I forgot, to be part of the Democrats, to be part of the Antifa, the Control Left, the BLM, and other absurdities, you need to completely lack self-awareness. Holy shit on a pickle. The American Civil Liberties Union of Illinois told the Tribune that it might not be legal for police to protect an entire block where Lightfoot lives. Let her suffer the same consequences that the normal Joe and Jane are suffering from this. Let her suffer the loss of her home, or the loss of any business that she owns, or anything, the same way that her constituents, the same way that every single resident in Chicago is currently suffering. Let her enjoy some of the things that they are enjoying. So maybe that way she will then realize that what they are enjoying is not actually good, and that she should do something about it and to stop the level of unprecedented violence that is going on in Chicago. Maybe that way you kick her into action and do something. But no, she deserves special treatment while everybody else suffers under her. American Civil Liberties Union of Illinois told Tribune that it might not be legal for police to protect the entire... Okay, I already read that. Supreme Court have found that the government can prohibit protests at a single home in a residential area, but that does not necessarily extend to the entire block. ACLU spokesman Ed Yonka said in a statement to the paper, the right to free speech and peaceful assembly includes the right to choose one's audience, and government actions that limit the right for the sake of residential privacy must be narrowly tailored to protect that interest. Holy Jesus Christ. Lightfoot is not the only politician who has banned protests near their own residence. Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto has allowed protests to occur, but not in his own front yard. Of course not! Wanna bet that this guy here is a Democrat? Wanna bet? What I cannot defend is my uninhabited city and their residents and their families being disturbed through the night and morning, and the peaceful protest evolving to unacceptable conduct in which residents are being harassed and threatened. This crosses a line that cannot be allowed to continue, causing those committing crimes against residents to face possible legal consequences for their actions, Peduto said. But apparently this is only valid or true on your neighborhood, on your home, on your front yard. But anywhere else, it's game, it's allowed. Holy shit, these people are completely fucking devoid of self-awareness to the point that I have to wonder if they are retarded. Holy mother of God! Don't these people realize what they are doing to the people living in these cities? Don't they realize that they deserve the same level of protection and at the same level of rights that you are enjoying right now? You know what? Fuck all of this. Fuck everything. Fuck me. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Good night.